So it was a rough night for Carl Edwards.
Yeah, you literally cannot come any closer to winning a championship than he did. But there's always next year.
There is.
Had a great year. You can always look forward to 2012. Our final NASCAR Chase Report of the year is brought to you by D&K Collision. The Sprint Cup Championship battle came down to two drivers. Columbia native Carl Edwards taking a slim 3-point advantage over Tony Stewart into the season finale. Edwards looking for his first Cup title, Stewart his third. The chase decided at Homestead Miami Speedway, the Ford 400 today. Stewart had some early problems getting some work done in the pits on his grill. He fell as far back as 40th place in the early going. Carl, meanwhile, just cruising along. He started from the pole, leading here, trying to put this thing away, but Stewart, with some aggressive driving, got back in, and he would take the lead away from Jeff Gordon on lap 123. Stewart looking for that championship. Edwards, though, battles back. He'll pass Matt Kenseth, takes over the top spot later in the race. He led the most laps today. Edwards did. Rain later, 54 laps to go. Caution came out. Both drivers would get enough gas to make it to the finish. Stewart forcing it 3 wide on the restart. He would pass Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski to take the lead. Edwards would get into second place. Stewart, a win would get him the championship, and that's just what he does. Stewart holds off Edwards. When it's all said and done, they finished with the same number of points to tie atop the standings, but Stewart, with more victories this season, gets the tiebreaker. He is the 2011 Sprint Cup champion. Carl has to settle for second place.
You know, there are a lot of tests in life, and I think that the last 3 or 4 weeks have been a huge test for me and for my team mentally. You know, for us to keep our confidence up, to keep our cool, to go out and perform and do our jobs, and I'm really proud of that. And you know, it's just that's it. That's my maximal effort right there. And Tony beat us, so he is the champion. He deserves to be the champion. They did a good job, and now we will just go home and work even harder. And if we're faced with the same test next year, hopefully we'll do even better.
This is the first time in Sprint Cup Series history that two drivers finished tied for first place in the final standings. But again, those 5 victories give Stewart the tiebreaker. He claims his 3rd Cup title, and Carl Edwards will take another run next season. Well, what an unbelievable week for Mizzou football. The Tigers were already looking ahead to Senior Day, still needing a victory to become bowl eligible. And then they learned Thursday that they would play Texas Tech without head coach Gary Pinkel, who was suspended following an arrest for DWI. The Tigers fought through all the emotions, and then they fought back. From an early deficit against the Red Raiders, Mizzou trailed Tech by double digits on 4 separate occasions. But the Tigers rallied each time, finally claiming a 31-27 win. Quarterback James Franklin capped a huge day with this touchdown run with 2:22 left. Gave Mizzou its first lead of the day. The Tigers held on for the 26 seniors who got to enjoy a traditional celebration. Each senior took home a big rock from the M behind the north end zone, and they got it right off the field from their teammates. The Tigers capping a wild week with a wild victory for the senior class.
I think it goes back and shows the heart and the soul that of our players had, and especially the underclassmen, so that they would make sure that the seniors left the way they were supposed to.
I mean, it's a great feeling to have the younger guys carry off the field. I mean, I've been in this program for 5 years. We invested a lot. And so to get this last victory at Faroe Field was very special.
That's how it goes. We play like that on Senior Day. I don't think we lost a Senior Day since 2004. And, you know, it's a hard-fought battle. Texas Tech played really well tonight. And the younger guys better play like that for me next year.
The Tigers wrap up the regular season against the rival Kansas Jayhawks next Saturday, 2:30 at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Might be the last meeting for a while with Mizzou's upcoming move to the SEC. A big shakeup in the BCS after 3 top 5 teams, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Oregon, all of them lost over the weekend. The SEC West now occupies the top 3 spots with LSU still number 1, followed by Alabama and Arkansas. OSU is down to 4th, Virginia Tech moving into the top 5 this week. Other Big 12 teams in the BCS, Oklahoma falls from 5th to 9th. Kansas State is up 2 spots to 11th, Baylor at 18, and Texas 25th. The Chiefs will make their second Monday Night Football appearance of the season tomorrow night. Kansas City will take a 4-5 record to Foxborough for a showdown with the New England Patriots. Kickoff set for 7:30 tomorrow night. You can watch it on ESPN. The Rams returning home, hosting the division rival Seattle Seahawks. early turnover led to the first touchdown of the game. Sam Bradford, to his new favorite target, Brandon Lloyd, wide open in the end zone, 7-0. But that's as good as it got for the Rams today. All Seattle after that. Tavares Jackson into Sidney Rice. That would tie the game up in the second quarter. Seattle scoring 24 unanswered points. Justin Forsett caps the scoring with his 22-yard touchdown. Seattle wins 24-7. The Rams are now 2-8 on the year. For the first time in the regular season, the Missouri basketball Tigers will venture away from Columbia this week. The Tigers will play 2 games in Kansas City tomorrow and Tuesday as part of the CBE Classic. Frank Haith's team is a perfect 3-0 on the year. Missouri has won all 3 games on its home floor against some much weaker competition, beating Southeast Missouri, Mercer, and Niagara. Quality of opponents will be much tougher in KC, but the Tigers say they're treating these next 2 games just like any other.
The goal's 10 feet, full 94 feet. Yeah, we're excited. It's still basketball.
I don't want our guys to think one game's bigger than another. I think our focus is our preparation is always going to be the same and consistent with what we do all year.
Missouri will play Notre Dame tomorrow night, 6:30 start in Kansas City. Then the Tigers will play again on Tuesday night against either Georgia or California. The Mizzou women started the year with 3 straight victories on the road. Finally played their first home game this afternoon, entertaining North Florida. Tigers on target in the second half. Morgan I knocks down the 3 ball. She was 4 of 6 from downtown in this game. Kylie Simmons driving to the hoop, dishes to Brianna Brock, who lays in 2 of her 12 points. Another nice assist here from Simmons. Right on target to Christine Flores, who had a game-high 22. Tigers roll as Truman makes some new friends. 67-46 the final at Mizzou Arena today. Good win. Robin Pinchton's team 4-0 now to start the season.
We like Truman making new friends.
He always makes new friends. Something about him. He's just
He's just one of those likable guys.
He is, yes.
All right. Thanks, Tony. We'll